Have you ever bitten into a grape and wondered, how can this taste almost exactly like cotton candy without a single grain of added sugar? What if I told you that creating one grape with that carnival-like flavor took years of breeding, thousands of plant experiments, and the evaluation of countless grape seedlings before scientists struck gold? If you've seen cotton candy grapes in grocery stores across America and assumed they were genetically modified or infused with artificial flavoring, you're not alone. But the truth is far more fascinating. These grapes are the result of decades of fruit science, careful breeding, and a little bit of unexpected luck. In today's video, we're uncovering how cotton candy grapes are made, why they taste so much like the fluffy fairground treat, and the surprising science hidden inside every bite. Let's dive in. The grape that shocked the produce industry. When cotton candy grapes first appeared in stores, many shoppers thought there had to be some trick involved. After all, grapes are supposed to taste like grapes. Yet these green grapes delivered a flavor that reminded people of county fairs, amusement parks, and bags of freshly spun cotton candy. The reaction was immediate. People posted about them online, stores sold out quickly, and consumers kept asking the same question: how did they make a fruit taste like candy? The answer begins in California, where fruit breeders were searching for new and exciting grape varieties that could stand out in a crowded market. The project was led by horticulturist and fruit geneticist David Kane, co-founder of International Fruit Genetics, or IFG. Rather than trying to create a grape that tasted specifically like cotton candy, Kane and his team were simply searching for unique flavor combinations that consumers would love. One of those experiments produced something extraordinary. During taste tests, people kept describing the flavor as cotton candy. The name stuck, and a superstar fruit was born. Are cotton candy grapes genetically modified? Many people assume that scientists inserted candy genes into grapes or somehow engineered them in a laboratory. That didn't happen. Cotton candy grapes are not genetically modified organisms, commonly known as GMOs. They were created through traditional plant breeding techniques that farmers and horticulturists have used for centuries. Think of it like matchmaking for plants. Breeders identify grape varieties with desirable traits and cross-pollinate them. One grape might have exceptional sweetness. Another might have a distinctive aroma. A third might offer a crisp texture. By combining these traits through natural breeding, scientists can create entirely new grape varieties. The process is completely different from genetic engineering because no foreign DNA is inserted into the plant. Instead, breeders work with the genetic diversity that already exists within grape species. That means the flavor comes from the grape's own genetics, not from artificial ingredients or flavor additives. The secret crossbreeding process. So how exactly did breeders create a grape that tastes like spun sugar? The journey began when David Kane encountered a Concord-type grape with an unusually interesting flavor profile. Concord grapes are famous for their rich, candy-like aroma. They're the grapes most Americans associate with grape juice and jelly. Kane believed those unique flavor compounds could be combined with the texture and convenience of seedless table grapes. So his team began cross-pollinating different grape varieties in search of something special. The process sounds simple, but it's incredibly labor-intensive. Breeders manually transfer pollen from one grape variety to another. Once the cross is made, seeds are collected and planted. Each seed grows into a unique seedling with its own combination of genetic traits. Here's the challenge. Most seedlings don't produce anything remarkable. Some may be too sour. Others may have poor texture. Many simply taste ordinary. As a result, Breeders have to evaluate thousands upon thousands of plants before finding a winner. According to reports on the development process, the creation of cotton candy grapes involved an enormous number of breeding attempts and test plants. Researchers spent years growing, evaluating, and selecting seedlings until they found one with the now famous flavor profile. Why seedless grapes make the process even harder. Interestingly, one of the biggest obstacles was the fact that consumers overwhelmingly prefer seedless grapes. Seedless grapes don't reproduce in the same way seeded grapes do. To develop new seedless varieties, breeders often have to rescue immature embryos and grow them under carefully controlled conditions before transferring them to the field. This adds another layer of complexity and time to the breeding process. What sounds like a simple snack in your grocery cart is actually the result of years of scientific patience. And the most surprising part? Even after creating the grape, it took roughly a decade before cotton candy grapes became widely available in stores. Why do cotton candy grapes taste like cotton candy? At first glance, most people assume the answer is simple. They must contain more sugar than regular grapes. While cotton candy grapes are certainly sweet, sugar alone doesn't explain their famous flavor. In fact, food scientists have long known that flavor is about much more than sweetness. When you eat something, your brain combines signals from your taste buds with aromatic compounds detected through your sense of smell. This combination creates what we recognize as flavor. Cotton candy grapes contain naturally occurring flavor compounds that resemble those found in cotton candy and other sweet treats. One compound often highlighted by researchers is vanillin, the same molecule associated with vanilla-like aromas. Combined with other naturally occurring esters and aromatic compounds, these grapes create a flavor profile that tricks many people into thinking they're eating candy rather than fruit. What's remarkable is that these compounds occur naturally within the grape. Nothing is sprayed onto the fruit, injected into it, or added after harvest. The flavor develops as the grapes grow on the vine. The result is a fruit that feels almost impossible. Your eyes see a grape, but your brain experiences something that reminds you of a carnival. Are cotton candy grapes healthier than candy? Despite their candy-like flavor, cotton candy grapes are still grapes. That means they contain many of the same nutrients found in traditional table grapes. They provide water, natural carbohydrates, small amounts of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidant compounds known as polyphenols. Compared to actual cotton candy, the nutritional difference is enormous. Traditional cotton candy is essentially spun sugar with very little nutritional value. Cotton candy grapes, on the other hand, are whole fruits that contain naturally occurring nutrients and plant compounds. That doesn't mean they're sugar-free. Like all grapes, they contain natural fruit sugars. However, those sugars come packaged within a whole fruit rather than a highly processed confection. For many families, that's one reason these grapes have become so popular. Parents often find that children who might normally reach for candy become excited about eating fruit when it tastes like a dessert. Of course, moderation still matters, but nutrition experts generally view whole fruit as a far better snack choice than most sugary treats. Why are cotton candy grapes only available part of the year? Cotton candy grapes are seasonal. Like many grape varieties, they are harvested during specific growing windows. In the United States, availability often peaks during late summer and early fall, though exact timing can vary depending on weather conditions and growing regions. Maintaining the grape's signature flavor also requires careful farming practices. Growers monitor vine health, irrigation, sunlight exposure, and harvest timing to ensure the fruit develops the sweetness and aroma consumers expect. Harvesting too early can reduce flavor intensity. Waiting too long can affect texture and storage quality. Because demand frequently exceeds supply, stores often experience sellouts during peak season. Some shoppers even plan their grocery trips around the arrival of cotton candy grapes. That's a level of excitement usually reserved for the latest smartphone launch, not a piece of fruit. The business success behind the flavor. Cotton candy grapes didn't just become a novelty. They transformed the specialty fruit industry. For decades, produce departments were filled with relatively familiar grape options. Then consumers suddenly discovered a grape that tasted completely different from anything they'd experienced before. The success encouraged breeders to develop additional specialty varieties featuring unique flavor profiles, textures, and colors. Today, shoppers can find an expanding world of premium grapes, each designed to offer something distinctive. In many ways, cotton candy grapes proved that consumers were willing to pay more for innovation in fresh produce. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.